racing, and Monologist was slowly into stride, and Go Getter, the only filly in the race, jumped quickly and is the narrow leader from Bugle Boy. King Hunt is third, and then the favourite City Fella, followed by Royal Performance, being passed on the inside by Dame Glory, and a couple of lengths to Monologist as they race down to the 800 marker, and Go Getter leads the way, about a half length on Bugle Boy, a length to King Hunt, who's scouting wide. City Fella's in the middle. Near enough to the inside is Dame Glory, 2 lengths to Monologist, who has passed one horse, and that is Royal Performance. On past the 550, Bugle Boy joining Go Getter, a length to King Hunt, followed by City Fella, and then comes on the inside Dame Glory from Royal Performance and Monologist there, homeward bound, and Go Getter up the rise, just the leader again from Bugle Boy. City Fella trying to get between Go Getter and King Hunt, and on the outside Monologist has made up many lengths as they come down to the 200 marker, and wide out Monologist hits the front. City Fella sees plenty of daylight now, but Monologist has pinched a winning break over City Fella, and then Dame Glory, King Hunt and Go Getter, but Monologist is streaking away. A big win to Monologist, last out, first home. Monologist has won it well from City Fella, Dame Glory, followed by King Hunt and Go Getter. Long margin Royal Performance with Bugle Boy last. That was a good win. Damien Oliver for Graham Rogerson. On number 3, Monologist. New South Wales win tote for the Colt, $11.50 and $3.60. City Fella number 1, $1.40, and no third for 2, Dame Glory. Winner is by Jan Murray from Canassia, an English harbour mare. A 2-year-old chestnut colt was bred by Mr. Max Nutman, is owned by Graham Rogerson, G. Young, A.A. Paul and R. Brown. 3 starts for 2 wins, and Damien Oliver in the saddle. The time is 1:08.06, 1:08.06. The class record is 1:04.69, held by Accelerator on a good track, of course. 3-1-2 and number 5, King Hunt was the official 4th. Exotic details, the Quinella, $12, Exacta $30, Trifecta $71.10, and the first 4, 3-1-2-5, $214.30. He got out in plenty of time, City Fella, held up at the top of the straight, but Monologist, he didn't jump all that brilliantly. He took him to the outside in the straight ollie, and he streaked away and won comfortably by 2 3/4. Now, Tony, you're trying to tell me that
Stewart's got a problem with some of the water on the track.
Oh, wait.
And they're off and running. Came out in a good line. Loose Truth on the inside. Built him Evans advantage of the first to leave the gate from Covered Cross, Our Grades. Further out, Brooksun. And on the outside of it, Alpha Amati, and last of all, Piggery Hill. They've gone to the first. Here's the second now, and Evans advantage out wide, and Built him have the lead. 1.5 lengths to Loose Truth from Covered Cross, and Brooksun up on the outside. Our Grades 2 lengths off, back to the fence from Alpha Amati outside, and 1.5 lengths to Piggery Hill. In search of the third flight down the back on the first round, and the leader has Built him. Just an even pace at the 1,000 the first time, although on the outside, Evans' advantage has gone up now to put his head in front. And here's this flight down the back at the 1,000-metre mark, and Evans' advantage on the outside jumped it well. Got over 2 lengths in front of Built him, 1.5 lengths further back. Loose Truth around at Brooksun now went up third. Loose Truth is 4th, 1 then to Covered Cross, 1.5 lengths Our Grades. 2 lengths to Piggery Hill. Alpha Amati last of all. Up to the top circle on the first round, 2 flights down the side, and Evans' advantage is striding clear now. Moved out about 3.5 lengths in front. Second placing on the outside, Brooksun. Built him as a neck away third. The fence 2.5 further back is Loose Truth. Covered Cross comes to the outside of it 5th. 2 lengths to then on the inside is Our Grades. Piggery Hill outside it, and 3 lengths Alpha Amati last of all. Pretty good even pace set up in front with about 2,000 to go. And they've gone over 5, coming around the top turn at the 2,000, and Evans' advantage out about 4 lengths in front, about 4.5 in front now from Brooksun. 1 length then to Covered Cross, 2.5 further back Built him. Little wide Piggery Hill around Loose Truth, 1 length Our Grades, and 2 to Alpha Amati. Here's the one in front of the stands, down at the 150-metre mark. Evans' advantage clipped over the top of it, but jumped it well. And he's a good 5 lengths in front with a lap to go now, down at the judge. Second is Brooksun, 1.5 lengths Covered Cross, 2 to Piggery Hill, 2 further back Built him. Loose Truth outside it, 1.5 lengths to Our Grades, about 12 off the lead, and 2 lengths to Alpha Amati. Heading down towards the 1,600-metre mark. They've gone their circuit now. They'll face 2 more flights, and the leader still, Evans' advantage, about 4.5 to 5 in front from Brooksun. 2 to Covered Cross, 2.5 further back Piggery Hill. Racing a little wide on the outside of it, then Loose Truth, 1.5 lengths Built him. Our Grades taken out deep as they went over the first of those 2, and 2 lengths last of all Alpha Amati completing the double. Evans' advantage stood off and jumped a little awkwardly, but about 4 lengths Covered Cross. And then on the outside of it, further back Brooksun. Piggery Hill, 4th outside at Loose Truth, about 4 lengths to Built him. A length and a half to Our Grades, about 12 off the lead, and 3 lengths Alpha Amati. Down the back, 9.50 out. Evans Advantage still about 4 in front of Covert Cross. Then Piggery Hill the third on the inside of Brookson as they go over that one. This leader giving them something to chase. A length and a half further back, Loose Truth. 4 lengths further back, Our Grades having trouble getting past Built Him. And 5 lengths last of all, Alpha Amati. 3 flights out, up the side, 7.50 out. Evans Advantage has had the running most of the way. 3.5 in front of Covert Cross after him. 2 lengths further back the outside, Loose Truth the third. As they go over the third last, a length and a half, Piggery Hill got into it. 4 lengths to Our Grade. You don't want to be on him. Built Him's gone past him. And Brookson lost some ground. Over the second last, Evans Advantage got over it. 3 lengths in front of Covert Cross. 4 lengths Loose Truth, and then Piggery Hill a struggling fourth, and forget the others, Built Him, and then Our Grades. But Evans Advantage has made all the running and turns for home. 4.5 in front of Covert Cross. 4 lengths further back is Loose Truth, followed by Piggery Hill. 1 flight out, and it's all Evans Advantage. He's given a good display in front. He's got 1 to get over. Half the baton is knocked down, and he stands back at the last. Here he comes to it. Over it safely. He's home. He's 6 in front of Covert Cross and 5 further back, Loose Truth. But that's the way they'll go to the line. Evans Advantage down to the line. An easy winner. Wins it about 8 or 9 lengths to Covert Cross, about 5 or 6 then to Loose Truth. A gap to Built Him from Piggery Hill, then Alpha Amati. A poor run as Our Grades from Brookson, last of all.
Winner there, number 8, Evans Advantage, B Constable, 10.90, 2.40, 7 Covert Cross, 2.10, third 3 Loose Truth, 1.70.
Now, Greg has totes at Newcastle.
On the first event, the winner 5 Nuclear.
No rain for a while here for probably an hour and a half, I'd say. Now Shanxi moves in and they're set for the second. They're off this time. Very even start too. The roughie Suit Yourself is up in the firing line and just shows the way from Magic Cheval, and between the Mini Me, Marwin Gold, the favourite, is burning through along the inside from Top Slice. Suit Yourself is starting to drift back now, and last of all is Shanxi. They work along past the 700 and Marwin Gold goes to the lead about a half length or so on Mini Me. A couple of lengths to Top Slice on the outside of Magic Cheval from Suit Yourself, and last is Shanxi. To the home corner at the 500, Marwin Gold slipped away about a length or so on Mini Me as they come into the stretch. About 2 lengths further back is Top Slice as the riders head out towards the centre, and straightening it on top of the rise, Marwin Gold nursed along Mini Me, making a real race of it with the favourite, and a length of Top Slice about to close in on the 2 leaders. Marwin Gold, the riders desperate, Mini Me, and Top Slice trying valiantly to reach them. Marwin Gold starting to pull out a little. Mini Me and Top Slice. Marwin Gold, he will not give in. Top Slice won't get there, and Marwin Gold, very consistent racehorse, another winner to the Portelli stable, and Brett Preble booted Marwin Gold to the line from Top Slice and Mini Me, then Magic Cheval, Shanxi, and last Suit Yourself. Oh, he had to really battle, but Brett lifted him over the line. Number 2, Marwin Gold, $1.70 for the win, $1.30 for the place. Top Slice showing $1.80. There'll be no third divvy. Numbers up 2, 1 and 3. Marwin Gold, trained by Gary Portelli, the stable having a fantastic trot by Moweena from Princess Marigold. A Yates mare, bred by Mr. D.R. Casson, owned by R and Mrs. A. Ellis, P.A. Truan, B.S. Target, J. Poot, R.P. Zammit and G. Portelli. The trainer has a share. He's only had the 10 starts. He's got a 50% winning record, Marwin Gold. And Brett Preble seen to advantage. Number 1, Top Slice, second. Ridden by Darren Beatman for Steve Engelbrecht. And number 3, third, Mini Me for Graham Rogerson, the Postelli and Glenn Boss. 2, 1, 3, number 4 and 4th. The first 4's paid $21.20. $2.70 Quinella, $3.50 Exacta, and $10.10 was the trifecta. At the time.
Rory's Tycoon attended with it, gate 1. Signal they're racing. A little bit slow to get going was Nobody. Rory's Tycoon bounced quickly with Larev and Feel the Noise further out. Boovery's Jest is going forward just off them, followed further back by Hula V. Driving up on the inside, Rory's Tycoon had the lead, about a head in front of Feel the Noise, 2.5 further back. Boovery's Jest third, 4th is Hula V, 1 Larev. A length then Titanic Rose, a length and a half further back in the race then. Came Crying Out Loud and 2 to Nobody. Coming through the gap now, and it's on the inside, Rory's Tycoon. Feel the Noise on the outside, putting pressure on it now. 3 lengths for the back, Bouvry Jess. 2 for the back in the race then. Titanic Rose, Eula V, La Revan, well back before the turn. Crying Out Loud and Nobody. It's struggling, Rory's Tycoon, hitting the front comfortably now. Feel the Noise. After it, Bouvry's Jess on the outside. They got away from Titanic Rose. In the straight, Feel the Noise on the inside, over a length in front of Bouvry's Jess, trying to pick it up, and then Titanic Rose. Feel the Noise, finding a bit for young Patterson in front, and Feel the Noise gets home. Wins it a length on the line to Bouvry's Jess, a length and a half Titanic Rose. Crying Out Loud made ground for 4th, then Larev. A gap in the race further back, Eula V, then Nobody, and last of all is Rory's Tycoon.
Winner there, 2 Feel the Noise, 8 Patterson, 3.90, 1.50, 3 Bouvry's Jester at $2.20, and 5 Titanic Rose, 1.40.
Number 2, Feel the Noise. Raced outside Rory's Tycoon, slipped to the front on the turn, and has held Bouvry's Jester at bay. Number 5 is 3rd, and that is Titanic Rose. 2.35.
And ahead of Totes, we have Newcastle Totes.
Race 2, number 3, Clockos, 6.50.
Now, the last horse moves in. That is Bellows Senor, and we're set for action for the Hickmans of Melbourne St Ledger Stakes. Field of 6. Gates open. There they go. Bozeman from the inside is the early leader. Steel Phoenix, Sky Heights not far back from Bellows Senor, Gillespie and Nio. It's Bozeman the leader, down past the 150, just in front, however, from Sky Heights. A length away, 3rd is Bellows Senor, followed by Gillespie in the middle and Steel Phoenix on the fence, and Nio another length and a half away. Boss takes the heavily back Sky Heights to the lead, and past the judge goes Sky Heights and others, and Sky Heights about 2 lengths, Bozeman, as they work on the turn out of the straight with Bellows Senor a length away, 3rd, similar margin Gillespie, who's the youngest runner in the field, being shaded by Steel Phoenix on his inside, and 3 lengths to the New Zealand and Nio as they work out of the straight and along past the 1950, and Sky Heights left alone in front, and the Victorian leads the way about 3 lengths at the 1800 from Bozeman, about a length and 3/4 to Bellows Senor. 1 to the grey, that is Steel Phoenix on the inside of Gillespie, and 3 lengths to Nio. No change, and probably won't be for a while, I'd say, as they work to the back of the course and go past the 1600, and Sky Heights, winner of just over 3.3 million in prize money, makes play in the St Ledger, and he's 2.5 lengths on Bozeman as they flatten for the run along the back section of the Randwick track. In fact, he's increased his lead now, Sky Heights at the 14 to about 3 and a bit. Bozeman second, another 3 lengths to Bellows Senor, 3/4 to Steel Phoenix, a length and a half Gillespie, and 4 lengths to Nio, who got off the bit rather quickly. Working past the 1200, still no significant change in the order. Bozeman getting just that little bit closer to Sky Heights. Glenn Boss, who's partnered Sky Heights in many of his big successes, he's well up on the irons, and the irons on the leader, and as they come out of the back straight and go past the 950, and Sky Heights about a length and 3/4 on Bozeman, a length to Steel Phoenix. Bellows Senor is 4th, 5th Gillespie, and tacking on is Nio. To the side, at 800 marker, there'd be about 10 lengths between first and last, and Boss is quickening up now on Sky Heights, and Sky Heights again gets away, 2 lengths on Steel Phoenix, his immediate chaser. A length to Bozeman tending to drop off, followed by Gillespie, Bellows Senor, and Nio's not travelling well at the 500 marker with Sky Heights in control, and again he raced away, and Sky Heights on the point of the corner, kicked out with a lead of 3 lengths on Steel Phoenix, 5 or 6 Gillespie, and then Bellows Senor, forget the other pair. If he's ever going to return to the winner's circle, it should be here, Sky Heights, and as they come to the 250, Sky Heights about 2 lengths on Steel Phoenix, at about 6 to Bellows Senor and Gillespie. Sky Heights hands and heels by Bossy. He looks in no danger. Steel Phoenix can't get anywhere near him, and then Bellows Senor and Gillespie, and that's the first 4. Sky Heights, well done, fella. He's back to the winner's circle. Sky Heights wins the St Ledger from Steel Phoenix and Bellows Senor. Gillespie 4th, Nio 5th, 6th and last Bozeman. Well, he's back. Sky Heights, ridden by Glenn Boss, has won the St Ledger all the way. 220 and 160. He's the only one the big punters wanted to be on. And anywhere near his old form. I know after the ball he was simply too good, and obviously today he is getting somewhere back to his old performances. 220 and 160. Steel Phoenix 220, no third for 4 Bellow Senior. The winner by Zabeel from Mowat Heights, a brown gelding, a 5-year-old, trained at Cranbourne by Colin Alderson for RP Leg, the Guineas Bloodstock, and the syndicate manager Andrew Ramsden, also ND Bell, PF O'Mara, NJ Griffin, Mrs LB Alderson and Mr JT Kennedy, and Glenn Boss, who's been associated with this horse in most of his big race successes, the partner to win $102,000, and you can add that to his very impressive tally prior to the race of $3,370,490. You'd like to have one?
Light on, set, signal. Starter holds them. Racing. Serious Drink on the inside, beaten out by Ballistic Miss and Blab in the early point. Further out is Still My Love. And from the outside, Zalium is starting to whip right across the field and take it up in the early point. Zalium got the lead now from Blab and Serious Drink, and further out, Momentary Madness. Further back was Still My Love and Secret Agenda out wide from Ballistic Miss, Showtime Lass. In on the fence, Best Intentions from Stark Player. Then came St John and 2 lengths Chicky last of all. Into the back they raced. Zalium led about a neck now. On the outside, Momentary Madness. Secret Agenda wide, third on the outside of Serious Drink. Back in the middle, fifth is Blab, a length in Best Intention, Steal My Love. Ballistic Miss the middle, a length and a half, Stark Player. Showtime Lass is back on the inside of it, going along the back. And 2 lengths further back in the race, then came St John and Chicky back on the inside. 800 metres to go. Zalium a length, Momentary Madness, a length then Secret Agenda. Serious Drink in the white colours, fourth, a length then Blab. Steal My Love out deep, Best Intentions a fence, one further back, Ballistic Miss. Stark Player to the outside from Showtime Lass. Well back was Chicky, outside at St John. Coming along towards the 550 metre mark, Momentary Madness putting pressure on the leader. Zalium a half length further back than Secret Agenda. Blab lost ground, Stark Player around it. Serious Drink is getting out, and further back Best Intentions. Showtime Lass with nowhere to go, but Momentary Madness took the lead. A half Secret Agenda after it, followed by Blab, and Chicky out wide, winding up, followed by Showtime Lass. Chicky from last has swept down the outside and hit the front. Showtime Lass getting clear with Serious Drink, then Blab and Ballistic Miss. Chicky in front, Showtime Lass going after it, they hit it. Well, Showtime Lass has put the dive in it. Chicky right on the line, nothing in it. Third either Serious Drink, Blab, or wider out Ballistic Miss. Then Secret Agenda. Further back in the race, then Steal My Love, Best Intentions. Behind those is Zalium, Momentary Madness, St John, and Stark Player pulled up near the tail.
5 Showtime Lass in Wilson, 510 160. 4 Chicky V Hall, 960 270. For third, 3 Serious Drink 150. 2 Blab 210, or 6 Ballistic Miss 430. Correct weight Newcastle,
Gets
14
the bob on the
6
line.
and 3.
From 4 Chicky. And a further print for third. 5, 4 and a further photo. Number 5, Showtime Lass. Number 3 has got third. Number 3, Serious Drink. 5, 4 and 3. 5, 4, 3.
And the totes, 5 Showtime Lass, 5.10 the win, 160 the place, 4 Chicky, $2.70, 3 Serious Drink 150. The Quinella $24.90, Exacta $40.30, 543 Trifecta $107. In race 4, Surfboard opens $9.80 for the win.
And the 6 of them prepare to jump out of the 1400 stalls. Ready in the sires. They're off this time. And the best to begin was Ha Ha, commencing nicely Viscount. Jai's jumped not far away, and the same for Red Hannigan. A couple of lengths to Valkyrie and a half length to Royal Courtship. He didn't jump all that brilliantly as they race in the direction of the course proper now, and Viscount showing plenty of zip this afternoon. Leads narrowly from Jai's jump 3 deep and splitting the 2 leaders Red Hannigan. A couple of lengths to Ha Ha, who's racing wide from Valkyrie, and over on the fence is Royal Courtship, given a dig in the ribs by York as they come onto the side of the track and link up with the 850, and Viscount about a neck clear on Jai's jump, a length to Red Hannigan. Ha Ha scouting deep, Royal Courtship over on the inside. He's a bit of a handful for York at the moment. He's not travelling all that generously, and Valkyrian on his outside with 600 left to travel in the sire's produce, and Viscount the leader. A half length or so on Jai's jump, followed closely by Red Hannigan. Ha Ha deep from the word go. Royal Courtship on the inside, second last, and Valkyrian's last. Viscount Viscount swings with a handy lead. A couple of lengths, Ha Ha, Royal Courtship, and York's working overtime on the favourite, and the others all look to struggle. Viscount in front down to the 220. A couple of lengths, Royal Courtship is making no ground on Viscount, and then comes Ha Ha, but it's all Viscount. He's racing right away for Rodney Quinn. Royal Courtship second, Ha Ha third, and Valkyrian fourth. But the Ingham-owned Viscount blitzes its rivals in the sires. Viscount beat Royal Courtship, Ha Ha, and Valkyrian from Red Hannigan, and Jai's Jump Absolute. Well, he's won it well, Viscount. Rodney rode him up on the pace today, and it didn't worry him whatsoever. And shows that he's a versatile horse and a very, very good one in the making. And a great boost to his sire, Quest for Fame, an English Derby winner. And he's taken the sires, and in doing so has paid $7.90 and $3.10. Number 2, second, Royal Courtship, gave Brian York an awfully hard ride. He's got a lot to learn, this gelding. He's paid $1.50. A number 8, Ha Ha. In third spot, no third dividend, Jim Cassidy. 8.20 Quinella, 16.70 Exacta. The trifecta, 63.30. The extra double, $18. The fourth goes to number 5. The fifth to number 1. And the sixth to number 7. So it's 328, 517 in the sires. We'll have the first 4 and the superfecta information shortly. Viscount, owned by Jack and Bob Ingham through the Woodland Stud Syndicate, by Quest for Fame from Antwerp, of course, bred by Jack and Bob. She was a handy mare, Antwerp, a Sir Tristram mare. And Johnny Hawkes, of course, the trainer of Viscount, and nicely ridden by Rodney Quinn. Rod's got a very good association with this particular horse. Of course, John Hawkes won the sires not all that long ago in 1999 with a Lion, of course, not owned, though, by Jack and Bob. OK, so it's 3, 2, 8, 5, 1 and 7. The margin's coming up now. 3.5 lengths by 4 lengths. The time 1:27.39. 1:27.39 broken down to 637.39, and the last 600 took 37.64. All right, that's it. But we haven't got a superfecta or a first 4 showing on our course screens. Have you got them?
No, Anne.
OK. I'll be calculating the same. Well, you've heard the race. There's not much more I can add. He rode him up on the pace today, and normally we're accustomed to Viscount sitting behind the speed, but I think John summed it up pretty well, I'm assuming this. He thought, right, there's not going to be much pace. This horse is pretty versatile. Let's try and ride him up near the lead, see how he goes. They couldn't get anywhere near him over the last 200, 300. OK, first 4, $218.10, and the superfecta's paid $382.20, and here are the totes with the beeper. Number 3, $7.90, and 3, pardon me, $7.90 you win, 3.10 a place. Number 2, $1.50, no third for number 8. Now the superfecta, there is a carryover jackpot of 14,000. Oh, hang on, what is it?
Said Perth.
OK, I'll tell you more after Perth.
Came into the enclosure. He has drifted rather alarmingly, an attendant holding the favourite. There's the red light. Racing now.
And over there at the 1200, they're set to go. Stalls back racing. Left the gate in a pretty good line. Imposing Taste had no speed. Surfboard, one of the first out. Zero Drama getting up inside it. Zero Drama led from Surfboard, followed by Sir Spur. Further back in the race is Bolting and Brett around the outside, starting to pick up some ground around Canavan. Then off to see a length further back, Severance. Further back, Sparring Partner, deeper length, then Piaget. 4 lengths, Imposing Taste, last of all. At the 800-metre turn now, the leader on the inside, Zero Drama. 3/4 Surfboard, 3 further back, Bolting and Bread to third. Sir Spur fourth, a length into off to see fifth. Then Canavan, well back was Piaget, inside Severance. Sparring Partner wide as the rain tumbles down, and 8 lengths last of all, Imposing Taste. But the leaders have cleared out, 400 to go. Zero Drama, 3/4 Surfboard starting to close. 5 further back off to see the third running on. Then came Baltic and Bread, Piaget, Sparring Partner, Sir Spur. Surfboard's got up to Zero Drama turning. Surfboard put its head in front of Zero Drama. 3 further back off to see. Surfboard ahead in front. Zero Drama fighting back. Off to see is making late ground. Surfboard in front of Zero Drama. Off to see is lunging late. Surfboard, I'd say Surfboard just on the line from either Zero Drama and off to see in a good finish. A long gap then to Sparring Partner, Piaget. Severance, Canavan, further back in the race, Sir Spur. Then came Baltic and Bread, and Imposing Taste has chased all the way last of all.
Number 1, Surfboard, B. Fenwick, 10.40, 250. 20 Drama, 220. 3 off to C, 140.
It's a photo to race number 4. Surfboard, 0 Drama and off to C. Starting to close on the outside. And the judge going for the print to separate Surfboard, and he gets it, number 1. Surfboard gets it. Surfboard just lasting here, number 1. Number 3 gets second, off to C the outside, and back on the inside, 0 Drama, number 2.
132 now. Firstly, Newcastle Totes.
Where the numbers were 8, 6 and 3. Number 8, Kyalia, the winner at $5 and $2 for the place. Numbers.
Starter Bill Cooper down at his stand. Climb same. Presses the button, they're off in the all-eight. Sun Lion was actually last out. She probably missed it about a half length or so, but she's going up between horses looking for the lead. Go Flash goes racing her, and so too is El Marada. By golly, it's keen as they travel about 300 metres. Go Flash go just in front now from Sun Lion, ahead to Adam, 2 to El Marada, a couple of lengths to Dotteressa, and a length and a half to Final Fantasy. Going to the 1100, and Go Flash go leads for Damien Oliver. About a length and a half on Sun Lion. Adam on the outside of Sunline, so he's been forced to cover a good deal of additional ground, and Shing easing back a little on Adam to try and get just a wee bit closer to the rails. A length to El Marada, 3/4 to Dotteressa as the speed slows a little, and a length and a half to Final Fantasy. Down to the halfway at the 800 in the all-age, Dan Go Flash go the leader. A length and a half on Sunline, similar margin to Adam. Over on the inside is El Marada. Dotteressa next to last, and 3/4 of a length to Final Fantasy, 7 lengths from Go Flash go, who at the 600 leads the all-aged field. 3/4 of a length on Sunline. She's getting a little closer now, the champ. 2.5 to Adam, getting onto the back of Sunline. From El Marada, Dotteressa and Final Fantasy, but Sunline cantered to the lead. Around the corner, the mighty mare Sunline put 2 lengths now, Go Flash go. Followed by El Marada, and then comes Dotteressa. Adams dropped out to last. Sunline being shaken up by Greg Childs. El Marada's making a race of it with her, and Dotteressa and Final Fantasy. Sunline on the outside, El Marada and Final Fantasy. Sunline's gone. El Marada hits the front. Final Fantasy won't reach El Marada, and El Marada in a boil-over wins the all-aged. El Marada from Final Fantasy and Sunline from Go Flash go, and the last 2, Dotteressa and Adam. Well, El Marada, in a shock result, has won the all-age stakes. Stunned silence here at Randwick. Number 2, El Marada, has paid $31.90 and $5.80. Number 4 is second. Final Fantasy has paid $5. And the third placing goes to number 5, Sunline. Insufficient starters for a third tote. 168.20 Quinella, 372.40 Exacta, 624.70 Trifecta. The first 4. Number 3, Go Flash go ran 4th, a dividend shortly. Brian York, another big win to Yorkie. Another big win to John Size. El Marada, a 6-year-old bay gelding by El Moxie from